For today's video, I am reviewing the brand Chava. You may have seen this brand all over social media. I am super excited that I got the opportunity to test them out. I do want to put a disclaimer. These were kind of gifted to me. However, I'm not being paid to make this video. Opinions are always honest and my own. This is actually a brand that my dad told me about years ago, and he wanted to try them. I don't know if he ever did try them, but this is a brand that I recently came across. My husband has been wanting to have protein shakes, and he liked the idea of an all-in-one protein shake, which is what made Chava really stand out, is that it is more than just a protein shake. It's actually supposed to be a meal as well, like a full meal as well. So we have tested these out for a couple of months now, so I figured I would share my overall thoughts on them and just let you know a little bit more about the brand if you are just interested in learning more about them, if it's worth it, the price, all of that stuff. I'm gonna get into all of that. So this bag is actually completely empty. I have completely used up the chocolate. I can easily say right now that this is my favorite flavor. Before I ramble too much, let's get into what exactly Chava is. So what this is an all-in-one nutrition shake. It is protein, superfoods, vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotic fiber, adaptogens, antioxidants, omegas, MCTs, and also digestive enzymes. An all-in-one meal in a shake. These are non-GMO, there's no gluten, dairy, soy, stevia preservatives, or artificial sweeteners. All you're supposed to do is add water, but you can also use a nut milk like almond milk. Almond milk is what I have been using, or you could even use coconut milk. They do have a variety of flavors to choose from, and what's really great about Chava is that for the flavors, they use a combination of real whole foods and natural sweeteners. So there's no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors, which I think is really, really great. Starting off with their chocolate, which is my favorite one. This one has a rich, smooth, dessert-like flavor, and it uses real cacao for the flavor, so that's great. The vanilla is a good versatile one that blends with fruit or nut butter, or you can just, of course, have it on its own. And for flavor, they use vanilla bean extract and other plant-based natural flavors. They also have chai. I have not tried the chai flavor just yet, but I do have a little sample of it here. Chai is described as warm, spiced, and cozy flavor, and it incorporates cinnamon for that flavor. And then matcha. Matcha is what I have right here. I'm actually gonna be trying this one out for the first time. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever had a matcha anything before, so I don't know how I'm gonna like this, but I'm gonna try it out on camera. But this is supposed to be an earthy, energizing green tea flavor, and it includes matcha green tea for a subtle earthy taste. So they actually use matcha green tea for that flavor. I love that they're not using any artificial flavors or sweeteners. And then lastly, the coconut acai, which I actually tried yesterday. I really actually was surprised by this. I didn't know how I would like it. Honestly, I didn't know how I would like anything besides chocolate really, because normally with like a protein shake, I don't normally typically like it, but I was actually really impressed with the flavor of this. This has a tropical, refreshing, slightly fruity flavor, and they use cacao, coconut milk, and coconut nectar for that flavor. What is really great about these is the fact that these actually taste good. They're not chalky or gritty, whereas a lot of, I feel like protein powders can kind of be like chalky or gritty when you're drinking them. They're not very smooth, but these are very smooth and actually very enjoyable to drink. I was really impressed by these. I did not know how I would like it, but my husband also really enjoyed these. It's just really good when it comes to flavor, and the ingredients are also great as well, which I am gonna do more of a deep dive into the ingredients in a moment here. But yeah, so these have a nice creamy texture. They mix well with water, or they also mix well with almond milk or any nut milk that you would like. You could also even add it in a smoothie if you want. I feel like the coconut acai one would be good in a smoothie. So you don't just have to use these as a shake. You can incorporate them into different recipes if you want. I've seen people make like muffins with these. Great way to just add some protein and then some other whole food ingredients. You can definitely use these in more than just a shake way. Then I'm gonna highlight some of the nutrition in here. So these have 25 grams of plant-based protein per serving. There's adaptogens like maca, ashwagandha, super greens, probiotics, omega-3s, MCTs. So it's more than just protein. It is a full meal replacement. But then I want to go into more of like a deep dive into the ingredients. Like I mentioned, is more than just a protein shake. It's built to be a nutrient-dense, all-in-one formula that combines multiple functional blends. So according to their website and their product labels, here's how their ingredient system breaks down. For their plant protein blend, some of their sources are yellow pea protein, organic brown rice protein, organic amaranth, organic quinoa, organic sanchi inchi. So a lot of just whole food ingredients in there. These are complementary proteins that are together providing a full amino acid profile, all 9 essential amino acids. And then they also have their omega fiber and EFA blend in these, which is ingredients like organic acai fiber, whole grain oat, flaxseed, chia seed, soluble vegetable fiber, and these all help to contribute to the fiber and healthy fat profile. They also have MCTs in their formulas, which stands for medium chain triglycerides, for easy to use energy. Next, their antioxidant and superfruit blend. They use a variety of different fruits and nutrient dense berries. So these are things like coconut flower nectar, acai berry, maki, camu camu, blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, goji, papaya, pomegranate, baobab, acerola, jujube, etc. Then they also have their super green and vegetable blend. These include greens and vegetables like beetroot, carrot, spinach, chlorella, bok choy, kale, moringa, spirulina, barley grass, purple potato, parsley, tomato, wheatgrass, and more. So these are going to be offering phytonutrients. It's going to be offering chlorophyll and support detox/alkalinity. And then they also have their adaptogen blend. This includes a blend of herbs and functional mushrooms. So this is things like organic maca root, ginger, reishi, shiitake, maitake, cordyceps, and more. So these are intended to support stress response, energy, and also hormonal balance. Hopefully this is showing you how packed full these blends are. Next is their probiotic, prebiotic, and digestive enzyme blend. They have probiotics in here like Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, and then for their prebiotic fiber, they have inulin, and their digestive enzymes include things like amylase, protease, cellulase, lactase, liptase, and these are all helping to break down carbs, proteins, and fats. And then lastly, the vitamins and minerals in here. They do have a full vitamin and mineral blend included in these formulas. This is things like calcium, magnesium oxide, vitamin C, vitamin E, niacinamide, zinc, biotin, copper chelate, potassium, selenium chelate, chromium chelate, B vitamins, and more. Other things to mention about the ingredients, again, they are using natural flavor. So they're using things like lohan fruit and monk fruit extract for sweetness. Then you might be wondering if Chava is using any sugar in these. So yes, they do use sugar, but they are natural sugars. It's not artificial sugars being added in here. And it's also still a small amount. So basically the sugar that they're using in here is primarily from organic coconut nectar. That is the main source of sweetness that is in these blends. And then they also use from natural sugars from the superfruits and a small amount of monk fruit extract. Each serving contains approximately 7 grams of sugar, which is less than many traditional sugars, and it is considered low glycemic. I really like that Chava provides a sweetness without relying on artificial sweeteners or flavors. So that is a deep dive into the ingredients that are in these powders. So then let's talk about the testing that they do, because that was something that was really important for me to know about when trying like any type of protein powder or an all-in-one meal powder. I feel like a lot of them I've heard about a lot that can actually have just maybe you might have heavy metals in them or things like that. So that was something that I was concerned about. So let's talk about the testing. So I looked into their testing. They do heavy metal testing. So they test for heavy metals like lead, as well as other chemical contaminants and toxins. So I really appreciate that. They also test for any microbiological contaminants. They do microbiological tests on each lot to ensure product quality and safety. And this category also typically tests for molding and other microbial growth, which that was something that was extremely important for me, because if you've been watching my channel recently, you know that I've been struggling with mold toxins toxicity. I've been really sick from it for quite some time now, so I wanted to make sure that there is some kind of testing in here for mold to make sure that these products do not have mold in them. So I really appreciate that they do test for that. And then of course they're also testing for other contaminants, so things like pesticides, aflatoxins, and other toxins. They also do third-party validation, which means that they are using third-party laboratories to validate their quality control processes, which include physical, chemical, and microbiological tests. And then lastly, when it comes to their testing, the company operates in a pharmaceutical grade facility and adheres to current good manufacturing practices guidelines, which is going to ensure the identity, strength, composition, quality, and purity of the product. So then the last thing that I want to talk about is price point, because I think that is definitely a huge point that is going to be a big factor to a lot of people, and it is for me as well. I know I was kindly gifted these, but after trying them, this is something that I would love to purchase and have just on hand, because I think that these are great. The ingredients are great. I really appreciate all the testing that they do for these, and I just think it's a great way to get an all-in-one meal with a lot of whole foods and protein. I think it's great. But the price point might be an issue for some people because these are kind of expensive. I understand why, because of the quality of them, the ingredients that you're getting in these. These are packed full of great ingredients, and the fact that it is supposed to be an all-in-one meal. So I do understand why they are charging as much as they are. However, I do still wish it was more affordable to make it more accessible for more people, because these are pricey. So for example, a full-size bag like this one right here, this is going to cost $70 for a one-time purchase. They do have an option where you can do their subscribe and save. If you were to do that, then this bag would cost $60. But something that's important to know is that each bag is only 15 servings, so that's only half a month. So that was disappointing. I really wish that this was 30 servings per bag, because I feel like that would definitely make it more worth that price point. So if you wanted to have this for an entire month, it would cost $140 or $120 with their subscribe and save to get a 1 month supply. And I just feel like that's a lot. And that's also for one person. So that's a lot, $140 or $120 per month. That's a lot. I feel like that's something that is definitely gonna put off a lot of people from wanting to get it, because that's just not feasible. I feel like for a lot of people, for my family right now, that is not feasible, but I do really like these. So that is something that I feel like is just a downside, but I really think these ingredients are great and it tastes good too. Because a lot of times with products like this, they don't always taste good, but these taste good. And my husband and I were just very impressed with the taste of these and the ingredients. And I do also appreciate all the testing that they do to make sure that these are not contaminated. So yeah, I do think though, if you were to like compare this with like going out to get like a smoothie somewhere, this would come out to $4 to $5 per shake. So think of it like $4 to $5 per meal. In that case, if you're thinking of it like that, like if you're somebody who goes out like every day to get a smoothie or something like that, then this actually I feel like ends up being more affordable than that. Because like, for example, tropical smoothie, they cost like $6, $7, maybe sometimes even more depending on the location per smoothie. And that's, you know, that's a smoothie. This is supposed to be an all-in-one meal. But I guess if you think of it like going out, then if you kind of compare the price to that, or like going to Starbucks, if you compare the price to that, then this is more affordable than that, if that's something that you do every single day. But I feel like most people are not going out and getting drinks or things like that every single day. So I don't know, this just definitely is pricey, but I do really think that the ingredients are great. And if it is within your budget, then I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely want to get more of this when times are a little bit less tough, because it would not probably be the best financial choice for us right now, because that is expensive, especially if both of us wanted it. I mean, that's 140 to 120 times 2 in order for both of us to be able to have a month supply. It's just a lot. It's expensive. I do wish it was more affordable so that more people would be able to get it. But with that said, what is great about Chava is that you can try their product for 30 days, and if you don't like it, they'll let you exchange it for a different product, or you can get store credit. So that is something that they do offer. Obviously that's not like a return, but because I mean, if you open it, I get why they can't like give you and actually give you like a refund for that. But I think it is awesome that you can try it, and if you don't like it, you can get a different flavor or exchange it for store credit. So that is really great. Being able to try it for 30 days and then have that option, I think that's awesome. And I feel like that definitely shows that they do believe in their product and they do believe that people are gonna like it. I do have a discount code so you guys can save some money if you do wanna try them out. I do have a discount where you can get 10% off. I will put that link and code in the description box below if you are interested in trying out Chava. I definitely think it is worth trying out. You could also try their sample box if you didn't want to commit to a full size. So this is their sample. It is empty now. The only one I have left is this chai one that I haven't tried yet. But this comes with all of the flavors. You get one packet of each of the flavors. So that's a great way to test it out if you're not sure what flavor you would like the best. But yeah, so now let me try the matcha one. I really actually don't know if I'm gonna like this. Wow. Okay, and I'm not just saying this. Normally, I feel like I wouldn't like this thing. This tastes like Fruit Loops. Maybe something's wrong with my taste buds, but I actually did not think I was gonna like this. To me, this doesn't taste like green tea, which I know that's what matcha is supposed to taste like. I don't know, to me, it kind of tastes like Fruit Loops. I feel like it's not supposed to be fruity. That is good. So far I have liked every single flavor. I think they're all great. Chocolate is definitely still my favorite. That's the one that I would go for. Anyway, they are all great. Ingredients are great. So I would definitely recommend it if it is within your budget, or if you just want to test it out, maybe you want to try out the samples of it. That's a good way to test it out before investing in the full-size bags. But again, you can get 10% off if you are interested. No pressure to use that, but it's just there for you if you want it. So again, I will put the link and discount code in the description box below. If you do have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you'd go ahead and subscribe. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for my next video.